Tell me about Power Automate templates. Answer is on the screen. So
Pretty scripted.
scripted,
This would be brief. It's like
low code, low code.
And drop.
Yeah, drag and drop and okay, yeah. So that has the flow itself. Sometimes, like for example, set an approval when a start an approval when a file is added to SharePoint. What do you think that it will do? Starts an approval.
predefined tasks.
Yes, redefine tasks with actions. Trigger also will be there, right?
Yes.
Trigger is the
First one.
when a file is approved is uploaded. That is the trigger. An approval process will be defined. We'll directly use it. And what is the difference between instant and automated?
This manually can be triggered. Automated is like trigger based.
This trigger based and follow up on a message is
Instant is like we can manually trigger it.
okay. Instant is manually triggered and then okay,
Automated
because this is all because the trigger is already there.
Yes.
Good. I learned something.
Oh.
Repeat that. I didn't understand what you said.
Okay, so instant is you can manually trigger it. Automated means if you this description start an approval when a file is added to SharePoint. So that is automatically triggered when a file is uploaded to SharePoint. That is automatically triggered. Whereas you can this manual. That's why this is automated and this is
You start an approval that's requesting something. Would that not be? Because
no. This particular template is called automated because that gets triggered when a file is added to the SharePoint. Okay? Yeah. Questions? I understood, so I can.
So pretty much in Dynamics world, when a record is added, deleted, updated, whatever, that's automated action.
Yeah.
Instant is in Dynamics world. When you want to run a workflow on demand, we will use the instant in
Instant.
Dynamics world. So that's
yeah,
yeah. You can do instant so many other ways, but it's in Dynamics, you can do it on demand.
Those are Power Automate
dynamics.
templates.
I understand.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that some Power Automate templates for Power BI? Huh? How many? All of you who worked with Power BI? So what those are is wherever you see Power BI icon, those are the Power BI templates or automate templates for Power BI. There are lots. When I saw years ago, fit a screen. Today I couldn't fit that screenshot. There are lots more. So triggers. What are triggers?
Something
Okay.
happened.
Email alert can be triggered through the connectors.
Sorry,
Email alerts can be triggered to the connectors.
through the connectors. Yeah. So what is the trigger here? So for example, if you are uploading a file to SharePoint, could be a trigger. And if a button is clicked, clicking of the button is the trigger. So that kind of thing. So there are three kinds of triggers when a Power BI button is clicked. A data-driven alert. So you can in the Power BI report, you can create some data-driven alerts. So that can be a trigger. And also when a data flow refresh completes. So you can create data flows for Power BI reports. So when that refresh completes, then that could be also a trigger. Those are some of the examples of triggers.
Like if you go into a folder on SharePoint, you right click it, send me an alert. You can actually do that as well. That can also trigger off.
Yes, another flow.
automated
Yeah.
one.
Actions. What is the difference between trigger and action?
Trigger is what kicks it off, and an action is the subsequent steps when it does stuff.
So you need a trigger to click
Can't
on.
have an action without a trigger.
You can't have an action without a trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the actions? Some of the actions I am able to list here is when you add a add rows to a data set. That can be an action. When a button is clicked, add rows to something. Like how your name, sorry.
Chandra.
Chandra was mentioning in Dynamics world, rows can be created using Power Automate or something like that. So that's and you can export a file, export to a file from paginated reports, file from the Power BI report itself, or refresh a Power BI data set. These are just a few actions that I have listed. There are lots of actions that you can do using Power Automate. What is Power BI? Because I'm sleepy, I'm just getting you to answer. Oh, I couldn't see you. This Power BI.
It's analytic tool and visual representation of data can be done. It's totally for business and analyzing the data and other steps and visually representing it.
Very good. He's not using Power BI, but he has answered. I want others to answer who is using Power BI. Something different to what he has answered. Let me.
A way of presenting information in a visual way.
Reprint it, right? Okay. You can answer. Maybe what is the feature that you like in Power BI? Work with Power BI, right?
You can select the data, you get what you need, into the data, get the information you need.
Yeah. And what else? Maybe name some of the visuals that you can use in Power BI.
Cards,
Yes.
slicer.
Yes. That's good. Yeah.
Maps.
Very good. I was expecting maps. Somebody. Okay. So let's. I think you all know. What is the difference between Power BI and Power Automate?
One works the data, one shows the data.
One is doing some actions based on data. The one is visualizing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to tell the same that Power BI is used to generate reports and visualization, where Power Automate helps you to perform some action or automate few actions.
I think you understand the differences. Let's go for demo. I have a Power BI report here. And okay, before we go to the report, what is Power BI? What does Power BI consist of? In terms of, you have a Power Automate desktop, right? I have never used that. Power Automate client, right? You have Power BI desktop and Power BI, if we call it as a Power BI service. So I'll show some of the functionality in Power BI desktop, and maybe some other functionality in Power BI service. Okay. Let's first go to, I want to do two actions today. A Teams message and send an email if I am successful. So now I have something, a Power BI report here. And I want this is a Power BI report that I have on my desktop. So I have installed a Power BI desktop client and I have this report, and I want to send myself a Teams message, not everyone else. You can send everyone else as well, but today, because it's a demo, I'm going to send a Teams message based on, let's say, the loyalty card. So what I will do is the interface, Power BI desktop interface is you see all the buttons like how you see in the other Microsoft. And here is the data. So this shows all the data sets that I have here. And in the visualizations part, you can see all the visuals that you can add to the canvas. This is the canvas. Here, anyone see something similar to Power BI, Power Automate? No?
The last icon.
This one there.
Last icon.
This icon. One, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to click on that. First, I need to make sure that I'm not selecting anything. So if I, let's say, for example, if I select this and then that, what will happen?
Focus on
The previous control.
This will be replaced with Power Automate Vision. So I just want to make sure that I'll blank space and then Power Automate. So what will happen here is, I'm just going to add that. So this is a Power Automate visual inside Power BI desktop. What it's actually giving you that low code, no code, and nice clear steps. First step is, you all see, first step is
Environment.
select an environment. Because I have already signed in here, it has already selected my environment. So I don't need to select anything unless you want, if you want to change your environment. Then next step is add data. So because I want to display this loyalty card, I'll just add data. Adding data, you need to make sure that this visual is selected. And then I'll just go search for loyalty. Then add the data. So that gets added here. Okay. Next step is set up your flow. So how can you set up your flow? To create a flow, select edit. So where is the edit? Go to the dot, more actions. You can see edit. Once you click on edit, you all have seen Power Automate face, right? Everyone has seen. And who didn't see? I'm not praising. Everyone saw. So see here, you can see the Power Automate interface within the Power BI desktop. Then if you go and have a look, Power BI templates are there here. I'm going to use an instant. See here, the instant. I can just use that template to send myself a Teams message. I'm going to click on that. It's going to give you a visual of what this template is all about. So what it does is, from Power BI, it sends something to next. I'm going to continue. So now here there are lots of options. Here is this called trigger. Very good. You're all awake, not like me. Okay. Now here, this is the Teams message. That is the action. That is the trigger. When on Power BI button clicked is the trigger, and we are defining the action. What needs to happen. So here you need to post as, you can select. You need to post as either Flowbot or a user or Power Virtual Agents. These are the three options. I'm just going to use Flowbot. And then where do you want this message to pop up in your Teams? That's what you are going to define here. Post in. So select an option. You are given as chat with Flowbot. That means a chat appears. Otherwise, you can choose channel or a group chat. You might have defined a group chat. I don't want to do a group chat because it will go to other employees of the organization. So I'll just go into a channel. Here in my Teams, I have defined channel, private channel with just my name and then what do you call this? Channel and team and a channel. So this is the team. Is the team, and then channel is the TV. Delete that after the demo. Post in channel, and the team is want to select any other. Channel will be okay. Because channel and main channel. Okay, so that's the TBD channel, and you can dynamically select the message. So what I want to do is I want to just type something, loyalty card. What shall we select from here? Dynamic. I want the thing to be dynamic. What are we going to select here? What did I add in the data?
Loyalty
The
card.
loyalty card.
Yes. Can you see loyalty card here?
Yes.
That's what I'm going to. So it added that as a dynamic portion. And then that's all I want to do. So I'll just save it. And save and apply. And then I'll just go back to the report. Drawback is it's giving a big button. So you can format this button as well. Here. Bother to move. How do you format? Power BI users.
Adding measures, by adding measures.
Measure to format.
Patients.
Very good guess. And format. And then you can use the button text. If somebody else is using, they don't know if you say run flow. And oh, I have a. Sorry, I didn't see this button. Send the Teams message. For loyalty, I'll say. And you can change the colors, the font alignments, size, font as well. Also, you can change the fill. And you can also add sound and things. Data format, all those things, whatever you can play around with the formatting. Now, how do we trigger? You want to test, right? How do we trigger? I'm clicking on this. We trigger. We trigger a link. But
Control code.
control, right? Control and click, right? What we will do. Scrolling and clicking. Now it's saying triggering. How do we know our is successful? We can go within the same. What we can do is, how do we go to Power Automate?
Automate.com.
So I am going to go, yeah, it's going to go into my flows. So I have created this one. So send from Power BI. So it says that it is succeeded. My notifications were off, so that's why we didn't get a notification. 1228, we got the loyalty card, no, and loyalty card, yes. If there are more options, you will get so many times of messages. Okay, it runs for each. Questions? Okay. You can do other things. Let's go to what all things you can do with Power BI. We can just check it. If I go type Power BI, you can do trigger a flow with Power BI data driven alert. For that, you need to create an alert and then you can trigger another flow. Or when you have a Power BI data alert, and when that data alert is triggered, you can send an email, any audience in your 365, any users, or add rows to dataset, which we did, and then update a Power BI dataset. SharePoint file is updated. You have the SharePoint file as the source, then that can be done. Create an Excel table, be done. Send Teams message. This is what we have used at the moment, for now. And this is a scheduled template where save a Power BI paginated report to OneDrive. That's a very good, very cool use case for which we can use a template. Create an item for a SharePoint list. You can, from Power BI, straight away you can create an item. Save a Power BI paginated report. That was OneDrive for Business. This SharePoint online folder. Got a Power BI item, custom action, so you can find any other action. Send an email to any audience from Power BI. We'll try this one. These are the things that we have seen. I don't know why this one is here when I said Power BI. Not a Power BI. No Power BI icon. And by a team. These are all the things that you can do using made templates, automatic templates that are available. Now, what I'll do is I'm just going to go to Power BI service. Do you go to Power BI service? Do you go to Power BI service?
You can go directly. There's a whole admin center within the Power Automate. Just go click the Power. You don't have to even go to the URL. Go to the browse Automate. Power Automate. Yeah, just go there and admin center. You can directly go all Power BI's Power Platforms. On the lower left. Go to the lower left. Yeah. From there you can directly go to any Power BI. Power. Yeah.
Thank you. So I was expecting app.powerbi.com, but something.
That's the trend.
Okay, so this is my BI service. What does Power BI service contain and how does it differ from? I've seen how Power BI desktop looks. How does it differ from Power BI service? It's too lazy to speak.
Power BI desktop is where you create the reports, and the online is where you publish them and view them.
Publish them, and how is the interface difference? That's what I'm looking at. Is the Power BI service? What can you see here that you cannot see in Power BI desktop?
All the apps that have been published for the organization will be available on here, right? If you have access to it. That's the home that you see there right now. You're in the ADC reporting. This company published Power BI apps or reports will be available on your home there. If you go to your workspace, if you go to your workspace, you will be able to see all the Fabric or Power BI reporting. Everything will be available, including your connections.
Very good. What I was looking for is spaces. You cannot see the Power BI desktop interface. Complete you can see, but when you are looking at working on Power BI desktop, you can't see that. Okay, so I'll pick something maybe. Here, the what's in there. I didn't build that, but see. Fine. As it is so. With the, okay, what is the difference between workspace and this workspace? Power BI users.
There it was created.
Looks like you got a premium.
One's premium and one's general.
One is general. And I think the functionality that I want to show you requires a premium. Reason I picked this report I have. Here, or automate visual here. How do I go about it? I see the visualizations here. Yes or no? See or not?
Is it?
You
Search
need
it.
to go and so you click on edit, you can see the visualization. So what should I click on? The flow.
Icon.
Last
The
icon.
icon.
Oh. Same steps. My environment is defined. Environment and add the data. Any data here? Okay, I don't want any data. I'll leave it as it is. Then, edit, right? Going to edit it. All these. If I want to send a PDF attachment of this report to myself, the steps that I'm going to, what are the steps that I need to do?
I can give a different answer for it. I'm not a Power BI expert. This is a long time story. We can convert this file into save into OneDrive as a whatever format, and then using a OneDrive, use a Power Automate to generate a PDF. We send that email. So that's the way we have done in the past. I'm talking about here.
That's Power Automate. Everything in Power Automate.
Power Automate, like use the file, get the report format and whatever Power BI can spit out. You store the file in the OneDrive and then convert the file and send email across or store in Dynamics or whatever way you want to do it.
So something similar to whatever you have said. So what I will do is need to first is what's the trigger here? Button click.
Yeah.
Button clicked is a trigger. So after button clicked, first step will be whatever you said. We need to convert the Power BI report to a format because I want the PDF. And after that, the next action will be send an email with an attachment. So that's what we will do. So for that, I'm going to click on new and instant cloud flow because I'm not going to use the template. So that's why. Trigger is already here. Going to click on new step and find something that can export. And just PDF is premium, which I don't want to use. I can use this one to file Power BI. If I click on that, define which workspace. So workspace is report format is already PDF. I want to include to print hidden pages if I have any, I can use that. If I have any bookmarks, report level filters, all those things you can mention, page names and things like that. I'm just going to go with normal. That's all I have. Now, with that, we have defined one action. What is our next action?
Right. Send the email.
Send an email, right?
Just a quick question on that.
Yeah.
In this journey, you are generating the PDF file. and you're sending an email, where is the file in the process get stored anywhere?
Wherever this particular action is going to be, because it's not,
If the email is lost in the track, then you won't be able to access the PDF file unless you go into the Power Automate, or is a file stored somewhere else in the journey.
I don't think this stores anywhere. It's just into the next step. That's it. If it fails, then it fails.
I think it uses part of your SharePoint storage.
That's why I said OneDrive we used to store the file, and we send the email out here.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'll just say email. 3 notification. No, I don't want notification. This,
Email.
yeah, exporting. An email version 2, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to send it to myself. It is. Then in the body, you want to use some dynamic fields, you can use it. Going to test email, going to use that, but I'm going to go to advanced options. Here, going to give a name to the attachment, and in the attachment end, I'm going to choose the file content, which is from the export to file action that we have added. Then save.
I think for that attachment name, I think you need to put .pdf after the attachment name. I think you did.
Let's try.
If you were doing it in OneDrive, you would have to. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think you need to put .pdf.
Attachment name is PDF. Okay.
No. So like
That's report.
Extension.
and then .pdf is the extension.
That it is saving it. Okay. Yes, yeah.
You still want to give it a name. So,
.pdf.
yep, that's cool.
Something.
Right. And then that is saved. Let's go and the irritating part. Now we need to use control click.
You're online, right?
We are online, right? So we don't need to. I'm just clicking it. It gets triggered. Oh, because
It's in
edit mode. That's fine.
Published it, yeah.
Published it. Not published then. Else is a report. I'm just using it. So it has triggered. Have a look at my flows and see. Running. Know all about sharing and all those things, right? You are Power Automate experts, so I don't need to run. Taking a while. We can go here and then check the status. Earlier flow failed here because it says forbidden, but in success. I think it's taking a while for the work here in my email. It will eventually appear. That's what I wanted to cover. That's what I wanted to cover. So 3 minutes over or 2 minutes under?
Still 2 minutes.
Oh, still 2 minutes. Any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to ask you questions.
Can we directly save this as a PDF like from the desktop? Like if I want,
Yeah, you can.
I can. So
Yeah,
is there a
export.
process? There is a button called as export to PDF.
Yeah,
or-
in service. This is if you want to automate. Okay. So for example, if you want to, let's say, have a project code, you want every project manager to their own projects. Particular part you can automate, saying that button, give a button so that you can through the project manager's emails and then send it.
Is there a limitation on execution? How much the file size, the PDF? The PBA? No, from your Power BI rating, is there a time frame for it? No time frame.
This all uses Power Automate. So whatever limitations are there in Power
That
Automate,
will apply it.
yeah, that will.
I think before generating, refresh the data set. If suppose
That we need to again,
refresh. it.
yeah, refresh. And also before clicking the button, whatever state. So for example, if there is my report didn't have much, but if you have a slicer where you are choosing one particular project manager, it will just send that particular project manager.
Whatever there in the visual.
Any other questions?
You use other triggers within Power BI, or is it always click a button?
The trigger is when Power BI button click.
You can also do like alerts, right? Power BI
Yeah,
alerts.
you can do a data-driven alerts as well. Can be automated using that you can schedule.
Change who you're sending the email to. How, yeah.
Yes, yeah. You can, if your data set has customer email or employee email, you can use that field in the data fields and then use that as in the to field. You have the to field, you can do that. Good questions. Any other questions? More. We are 1 minute over, so. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for being